low back pain or stiffness that interferes with your round of golf? If the answer is yes, today I'm going to show you a test called a pelvic tilt test. And from that test, you're going to be able to see how your pelvic motion is doing and then how your abdominal control is functioning as well. Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Gorman. I'm a TPI Certified Physical Therapist. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let me go and show you how to do the pelvic tilt test. You're going to be standing, and I want you to think about you're holding, or if you have a 5 or 6 iron, go ahead and grab it. Just go and hold it and get in your golf address, and then what I want you to do is drop the club and just cross your arms on your chest. With this test, what we're going to do is 2 motions. One is called an anterior tilt, and one is called a posterior tilt. An anterior tilt, what happens is you're creating a little bit more curvature in your lower back, and a posterior tilt, you're flattening the lower back out. And with this test, what we're looking for is, do you smoothly control this motion? And can you do this motion without compensations through the legs or through your upper body? So this should be nice and directed at the pelvis. You're going to create a little arch in your lower back, and then you're going to flatten it. And we should be able to do this smoothly and also without the abdominals shaking as well. So what happens? What happens if you have a hard time doing that, if you have pain with that? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is show you how you can just work on doing a pelvic tilt exercise. You can start this on the ground, but we're going to start with making this a little bit more functional, and we're going to do the pelvic tilt test against a wall. Okay, I am up against a column here. You can do this up against a wall as well, of course. And what we're going to do here is I am going to do a pelvic tilt against the wall. So I have my feet about shoulder width apart underneath me. All right, and I want you to keep your head and your spine against the wall. Create a little bit of arch in your lower back and then flatten the lower back. Create a little bit of arch in the lower back and flatten the lower back. This is a pelvic tilt, and we're just doing it standing against a wall. This will give you some good feedback. Of course, when we exercise, never increase pain. So I want you to keep this pain-free. So this is a good pelvic motion exercise. The way to advance this pelvic tilt exercise is we're going to now get you back in your golf address position. So grab your 5, 6 iron, get in your golf address, and then I want you to cross your arms on your chest, and we're going to turn the pelvic tilt test into an exercise. So just work on this. Again, this is going to be harder than doing it either lying down or doing it against the wall, because now you don't have that feedback, but this is much more functional. We need to have good pelvic motion in order to allow transfer of force, transfer of power from our legs up to our trunk. Final thing I'm going to show you is an exercise that's going to work your abdominal obliques. Abdominal obliques run, you've got a couple pair, but the one I'm talking about runs in this direction right here. So at impact, what happens is those abdominal obliques contract, and it helps to tilt your pelvis backwards. I have a pulley right here. I have about 10 pounds in the bag. I'm going to get back in my golf address, and very simply, I'm working right here, my right external obliques. Just a nice simple exercise, pain-free, and that will help to train this. So I hope that helped. I hope you now have a better understanding of the pelvic tilt test, if you have a problem with that, and just a couple things you can do to improve it. Have a great day.